Hello, welcome back to Sentimental Pastimes. My name is Cheryl. This is part 2 of Let's Make a Just Junk journal, and I will link part 1 below if you've not had a chance to look at that yet. But we're going to take off from where we left off, and I'm going to show you what I've gathered in my basket to give you some ideas. So the first thing I have is an old doily. This old doily was stained up and you know, wasn't good for anything, so it's perfect for a junk journal. So an old doily. This is actually a tourniquet bandage, a very old one that came from, my dad worked in the coal mines and he had first aid kits, and this came from that. And the fabric, you know, it's just a bandage type material, and I love using this in junk journals. I have scraps of fabric that I can use for something. I have string, different kinds and colors. It's just embroidery floss is what it is. I have a ruler, some Elmer's glue. This came from my Roku. It's perfect. It can go on a page and be a pocket. It's absolutely perfect for junk journaling, so I held on to that. I've got a Birds and Blooms magazine. This magazine has so many pretty pictures in it. Look, just so many pretty pictures you can use. Fussy cut, or just use the square and make tags or pockets out of it. Really pretty. So many beautiful images in this magazine. I subscribed to this magazine for a couple years just to, you know, get them built up so I could use them in my journals. I have a piece of wax paper. I have a coffee filter. I have some stickers. I have another piece of tea-dyed paper. More book pages. And then I have a napkin. A little piece of lace that came off of something. A glue stick. And in here I have little strips of paper that has little quotes and words on them that I've been cutting out of magazines. And see, look at the things you can cut out of magazines, and you can put these on your pages and, you know, just make, you can just use the word adorable or projects. All you need is needle and thread, ladybird, I mean just bloom. Words that you can cut out of magazines, books. These actually came from a Happy Planner, and I was throwing some pages away, so I just cut the quotes off the bottom. So I have those. What's this? Oh, little piece of music page. Scrap off of something. So that's what I have in there. We are going to get started on our junk journal. I typically decorate the front last because it takes me a little while to come up with something that I want to use for that. But well, that would be pretty. Or just maybe one of the roses. See, you can cover it with glue. If you don't have Mod Podge, you can cover it with glue and it does the same thing. You can Mod Podge with regular glue. Book pages. Now let's see. What we want to do is just, now this one's pretty plain. When we come into our journal to actually work in it and document things and journal in them, then we can make pages as we go. Now this page is fine. This page is fine. We can, you know, we're going to be adding things to this one. This one's pretty plain, so we could cut a bird out and put it on this page. This one, you know, that's a little smaller, so we might want to wait on that. We definitely want to cover this one. We could do some collaging on this. We could, you know, we can cover, that's a pretty teapot, so we could cover up just parts of this with some collaging. This one would need to be collaged, you know, or covered up. We need to glue these sides down so we can, and then maybe put a strip of paper over here. Decide what we want to do. I want to leave some of this book page showing, you know, and some of the, maybe leave the grape showing and cover up the other things. You know, this T is really pretty, the way it says TEA, so we can just leave that uncovered and cover the rest of it. We want to cover up all this, obviously. Cover up this and make some pockets and some tuck spots. So that's the plan. Typically, what I like to do also is make a pocket for the front cover so that I can put something down in here. Look at there, that is absolutely perfect. That's perfect for the front cover. I could even cut it down just a little bit and leave it, you know, like that, and just cover it up with something pretty. That's a very pretty bluish purple color. We could find a bird or something that's, you know, would coordinate with that color really pretty. Look at that blue, see? We could put him on there with some book page. So let's do that. Let's start with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this little bird out. Oh, chives on the back. Those are pretty. Oh, see, tough decisions. See if there's another little blue bird in here we could use maybe, because I like those chives. There's a bigger one and a tiny one. Let's see. It doesn't have to be blue, really. It can be... Look at him in the bird bath, how cute. Butterfly would be pretty on there too, or this one. Look at there. On the back of this. Good. We'll use that. So I'm going to just cut this out. And what about that? I like it. Okay, now we're just going to stick everything down, and that'll be the pocket for the front of my journal. Let's see, I want that on top, or underneath just a tad. Now there is special glue for fabric that you can invest in if you so choose. It's called Fabri-Tac, and it holds fabric really well. So keep that in mind. Now Elmer's will dry clear, so you can feel free to. Now the thing about liquid glue with these really thin pieces of paper is it's going to wrinkle up if you put wet glue on it. So you can, as an alternative, just put it on the very edge, a very thin coat, a very thin layer of glue on just the edges, and then use a glue stick. And the glue on the edges should keep it from falling off, you know. It may come loose where the glue stick is, but the glue on the edges will keep it from coming off completely. Ideally, it should. And this material that this pocket's made of is a little slippery. You can move that around before it dries. I really need something in the middle of that. Maybe a button. A button would be cute in the middle of that. I have some old buttons. Let me go find one. I got this whole jar at a thrift store for $3.99. It's got some really old buttons in there. Don't see a blue option, but there's a little green one. Yeah, there you go. That's really cute. We're going to do that. Be liberal with the glue. So that it'll dry securely. Now, isn't that cute? So that will go right here after it dries, but I want to cover this up with probably some book page or something. Let's see. I found this ad, this in a catalog, and I think it's going to look really pretty on here. And then we'll cover this here with something. I think that'll look really good. Let's see. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. Again, you know, this is, you could use glue stick for things like this. I mean, a glue stick. Glue gun, if you want, for things like this, you know. I'm hoping this glue will hold it because, like I said, this surface is a little slippery. It's like, kind of like glossy, you know. Hopefully that's enough to hold it. Now I'm going to put that down right there. Get that off of there. And then we'll make a tag that will go down in there. And when you take the tag out, you'll see these curtains back there. Now we need something to cover up this price here. Let's see. What about those? What was it that I liked? Cloves, chives. Let's see. Look there. That's pretty. That glue stick is not going to hold that. Junk journaling is very messy. I will warn you, it's very messy. You'll get glue all over you, but it's, you know, it's so much fun. See if we can get this cut down, because I think this would be pretty. Just as a writing area, you know, across from that page, since there's so much going on over there, I think we need to keep this page kind of simple. And here I can write, you know, about starting the journal, what day I started it, but we need to bring some of this purple over here. So let's see. Here's some purple. So I think I'm going to go with that. I'm going to stick this on here. Now this glue stick will work better on actual paper. That file folder was slippery. Don't be afraid to layer things either. That's, you know, gives it interest and depth. See that little pop of blue? What a difference that made. Now look at that. Isn't that pretty? See? How simple. That was a lot of fun too. I enjoyed that. Until I come back and I'll have some more ideas. We might make a tag for here. We might move on to the next page or the page over, or who knows what we'll do. That green would be pretty on this page, wouldn't it? Look at there. Oh my gosh. Pretty. Yeah. So, all right. I'm going to let this dry. Might put a piece of tape down through there. I don't know yet. I might have to do some more gluing here. So, all right. Until I see you next time, happy journaling.